Om Shri Dhanvantrai Namaha, Om Shri Manjunathai Namaha. Let's begin our celebration with the hoisting of our national flag, a symbol of our pride and sovereignty. I invite Ms. Shravani ma'am to kindly perform the flag hoisting ceremony.
Good morning, all the dignitaries. Firstly, on the occasion of 76th Republic Day, I request you to hoist the flag.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय जय
national flag flutter in the air, symbolizing the strength and unity of our great nation. Good morning everyone, myself Nihalika Sharma, first year UG junior here. I would like to call Ms. Tasmia Hani, first year UG senior, for welcoming our honorable guest and everyone present here.
Namaste and warm greetings to everyone present here today. It is my honor to welcome you all to the Republic Day celebrations. Today, we gather here to commemorate the adoption of our Constitution, which has been the foundation of our nation's growth and prosperity. We are deeply honored to have with us today our chief guest, Ms. Shravani Ramachandran, working in Infosys as lead BPHR. It is a pleasure to have you with us, ma'am. I request Dr. Suma ma'am to welcome you.
इसमें जाओ
Welcome. A warm and hearty welcome to Dr. Prakash L. Hegde sir, Dean Postgraduate Studies. I request Dr. Chetan sir to welcome him. Thank you, sir. I extend a warm and cordial welcome to the parents of our chief guest, Dr. Lakshmi Ramachandran and Ramachandran sir. I request Govind Sharma sir and Suma ma'am to welcome them. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I extend a virtual welcome to our esteemed director, Dr. Prasanna Narasimha Rao, sir. We acknowledge his tireless efforts and unwavering support, which have made a lasting impact to our institution. Although our principal man, Dr. Shailaja U, is unable to join us today, we extend a warm welcome in her honor. I am so grateful to have all the teaching, non-teaching here with us today. I welcome you all. I heartily welcome to all the students. Thank you for being a part of this event.
Thank you, Ms. Tania Hani, for welcoming the dignitaries and everyone present here. With this, I would like to call Kanak, first year UG junior, for delivering the speech.
Freedom in our minds, faith in our words, pride in our heart, a day of immense pride and significance for every Indian. On this day, 26 January 1950, our nation adopted the Constitution of India, transforming from a British dominion into a sovereign democratic republic. This monumental event marked the realization of the dreams envisaged by our freedom fighters and architects of our constitutions. The journey to becoming a republic was paved with immense sacrifice and unwavering determinations. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar dedicated their lives to the cause of freedom and nation building. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, as the chief architect of our constitution, ensured it embodies the principle of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity, laying the foundation for a nation that respects the dignity of every individual. However, as we revel in our achievement, we must also acknowledge the challenges that lie. Issues like poverty, illiteracy, unemployment, and social inequalities continues to persist. It is our collective responsibility to address these challenges and work towards an inclusive and progressive society. On this auspicious day, let us also pay tribute to the brave soldiers and security personnel who safeguard our nation's sovereignty, often at the cost of their lives. Their dedication and sacrifice ensures we continue to enjoy the freedom and right best owned upon us. Let us renew our community to ideals of our constitution. Let us pledge to work towards building a nation that is just, prosperous, and harmonious. Each one of us has a role to play in this journey, and let us remember that we are the future of this country, and together we make the land of India a piece of prosperity and innovation. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Kanak, for speech and to give us more insight about this momentous day. Now I would like to call Manoj, first year UG Junior, for delivering the speech.
ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಮನೋಜ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ BMS ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಾ ಒಂದು ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಚರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ? ಮತ್ ಈ ದಿನ ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಮತ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ವಿಜೃಂಭಣೆಯಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಏನು ಆಚರಿಸ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕತೆ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪು ಬರೋದೇನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ. ಈ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆ ತಂದೆ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತ ನೆನಪು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆಯ ತಂದೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಏನೈತೆ ಇದು ಲಿಖಿತವಾದಂತಹ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಮತ್ತ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಮೆರಿಕದಿಂದ ಪಡೆದುಕೊಂಡಂತದ್ದು. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದವರು M.N. ರಾವ್ ಅಂತ. ಇವರು 1934ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1938ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಬೇಕು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಮತದಾರರ ಚುನಾಯಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ತಾರ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1942ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಸ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದ. ಈ ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಸ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಇವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳು ಇಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಲೀಗ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿದವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅವಾಗ ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಸ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಒಂದು ಫೇಡ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಇದಾಗ್ತದ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಕಾರಣ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಅದೇ ಟೈಮ್ 1940ರಲ್ಲಿ World War II ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬ್ರಿಟನ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಬೇಕಾಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದೊಂದು ಆಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ತಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ತಗೊಂತಿರ್ತಾರ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದಾದ್ರು ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳು 1946ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾರ. ಅದರ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಯಾರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರ ಅಂತ ಅವಾಗಿನ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ಎಟ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ 3 ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಸೇರಿ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರ. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಆಯೋಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂತಾರ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳು ಇಡ್ತಾರ. ಮೇ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 1946ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳು ಮುಂದಿಡ್ತಾರ. ಆ ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳು ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈಕ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಒಂದೆರಡು ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಭಾಗಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ದೇಶೀಯ ಪ್ರಾಂತ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಈ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾನಗಳು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಪ್ರಾಂತ್ಯಗಳು, ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಯರು ಆಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡೋದನ್ನ ದೇಶೀಯ ಪ್ರಾಂತ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಿರ್ತಾರ. ಇವೆರಡು ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇಡ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಲೀಗ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ದೇಶ ಬೇಕು, ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಶಿಫಾರಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರ. ಬಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಆಯೋಗ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಲೀಗ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿರಾಶೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೇನು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೇಕಂತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಒಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರತಿ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಬೇಕು, ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಜುಲೈ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 1946 ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದರಿಂದ 384 ಜನ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾರ. ಆ 384 ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ 1947ರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಭಾರತ ಅಂತ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡು, ಅವಾಗ 384 ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ 299 ಜನ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರ, ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಉಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರ. ಆ 299 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡು, ಈಗಿನ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ರಚನೆಗೆ ಕಾರಣರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರ. ಈ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರ ಒಂದು ಐಡಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಧರ್ಮಗಳ ಗ್ರಂಥಗಳು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಧರ್ಮಗಳ ಗ್ರಂಥಗಳಿಂದ ಮಿಗಿಲಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಂಥ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಗ್ರಂಥ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅದೇ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ 22 ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಮಿತಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಮತ್ತೆ 5 ಉಪ ಸಮಿತಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ 22 ಸಮಿತಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಮಿತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BR ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಕರಡು ಸಮಿತಿ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BR ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಜೊತೆ 5 ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಸೇರಿ ಕರಡು ಸಮಿತಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಒಂದು ಅಧಿವೇಶನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅಧಿವೇಶನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕರಡು ಪ್ರತಿ ಅಂತ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಆ ಕರಡು ಪ್ರತಿನ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಈ 299 ಜನ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಸೇರಿ ಅದನ್ನ 114 ದಿನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದನ್ನ 114 ಜನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ 299 ಜನದಲ್ಲಿ 284 ಜನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಈ ಕರಡು ಪ್ರತಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ 2 ವರ್ಷ 11 ತಿಂಗಳು 18 ದಿನಕ್ಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ರೆಡಿ 1949 ನವೆಂಬರ್ 26ಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ರೆಡಿಯಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ನವೆಂಬರ್ 26ಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಗೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ನವೆಂಬರ್ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂಗೀಕಾರ ದಿನ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಗೀಕಾರ ದಿನವನ್ನು 2015ರಿಂದ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಡೇ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ದಿನವನ್ನ ಆಚರಿಸಿ ನಾವು ಬರಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1950 ತನ ಈಗೇನು ನವೆಂಬರ್ 26 1949 ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡು, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 15 ವಿಧಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ 15 ವಿಧಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅದೊಂದ್ 2 ವಿಧಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಪೌರತ್ವ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಧಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕೇನು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಜನವರಿ 26 1950ಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಜಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ 385 ವಿಧಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ, 22 ಭಾಗಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಮತ್ತೆ 8 ಅಧಿಸೂಚಿಗಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಈ ನಮ್ಮ 22ನೇ ಭಾಗದಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಬರ್ತದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಅದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ದಿನ ಆಚರಿಸಬೇಕು, ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ದಿನ ಕರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದ. ಈ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ನ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಿಂದ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಆ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆನ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ನಾವು 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯ ದಿವಸ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಆಚರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ನವೆಂಬರ್ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನವೆಂಬರ್ 26 1949ಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ನಾವು ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಜನವರಿ 26 1950 ತನಕ ನಾವು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ 19 ತನಕ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಜಾರಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಕಾರಣ ಏನು? ಈ ಕಾರಣ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ 1929ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲಾಹೋರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸೆಷನ್ ಏನಂತದಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವರಾಜ್ಯನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ 1930 ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವರಾಜ್ಯ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದೇ ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನೆನಪಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ 1950 ಜನವರಿ 26ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಜಾರಿ ಮಾಡಕ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂತಾರ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ 365 ವಿಧಿಗಳು ನೋಡು. ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ 104 ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ಆಗವ, 465 ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವಿಧಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ 25 ಭಾಗಗಳವ, 12 ಅಧಿಸೂಚಿಗಳವ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ನೋಡು, ಅದೊಂದು ಬೃಹತ್ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಮತ್ತು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ, ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಅಂಡ್ I will thank Manjunath sir for holding the opportunity to talk some words in Kannada.
Thank you, Manoj, for the speech. Now I welcome Tripathi sir, Dean of PhD Studies. I would like to call Mahesh sir to welcome him. it's time to celebrate our day with a patriotic song Vande Mataram by first year UG Junior Saujanya and team.
We'll be singing Vande Mataram, written by Shri Bankim Chandra Chatterjee.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaj Shitalam, Sasya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakitayamini, Pulla Kusumita Drumadala Shobhini, Suhasini, Sumadura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Koti Koti Kanta, Kala Kala Ninada Karale, Koti Koti Bhujaindrita, Kala Kala Vale, Abharam Kenuman, Yato Bale, Bahubaladharini, Namami Tarini, Ripudalavarini, Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Tumi Vidya, Tumi Dharma, Tumi Riddhi, Tumi Dharma, Tvam hi prana sharire, Bahute Tumi ma shakti, Hridaye Tumi ma bhakti, Tomari pratima gari, Mandire Mandire, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Tvam hi Durga Dasha Praharana Dharini, Kamalam Kamaladala Viharini, Vani Vidyadarini, Namami Tvam, Namami Kamalam, Amalam Sujalam Sufalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shamalam Saranam Sushmitam Bhushitam, Dharani Dharani Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
बोलो भारत माता की
Thank you, Saujanya and team. A wonderful synchronization and melodious voice. A very big round of applause. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Gayatri Bhatt, NV Ma'am, Dean of Student Affairs. I would like to call Anuradha Ma'am to welcome her. As celebration without dance is incomplete. So for the same, I would like to call Divanshi and Kanak, first year UG junior, on stage.
तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बन के खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू।
थोड़ी सी धोखने वाली धक 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 सांसों जिनमें हो जुनू जुनू वो बूंदे लाल लहू की। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। ये सब तू मिला मिला ले, फिर रंग तू खिला खिला ले। और मोह मोह दे बसंती यार, मोह मोह दे बसंती।
Thank you, Kanak and Divanshi, for such a wonderful dance performance. Moving ahead towards the most awaited part, that is prize distribution for quiz winners, I would like to call Dean Student Affairs Dr. Gayatri Bhatt Ma'am to hand over the second prize to second year PGs. Miss Deepa SG. Miss Deepa SG, Miss Kirthana, Miss Purna Chandra, Miss Tejasvi, Miss Rachna. for handovering the prize. Now I would like to call Medical Superintendent of our hospital, Dr. Muralidhar Pujar sir, to hand over the prize to first year UG junior students. Sanjana Shri Ranjani. Thank you, sir, for handovering the prize. I would like to call upon Ms. Shravani ma'am to hand over the prize to Gagana BS ma'am for leading the parade today. Thank you, ma'am, for handovering the prize. Now I would like to call Dr. Prakash L. Hegde, sir, PG Dean Studies, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Most respected dignitaries on the dais, all the friends and the students. Wish you all a very happy Republic Day. I'll not take much of your time because I'm well aware where you are standing. So we should be very lucky to have our own constitution. You all know that. We may be, different on linguistic basis, or maybe belonging to the different creeds, caste, community, and all. But we are all united with a constitution, and it's one of the best constitution which is given. It is framed by hard work. It has not come easily. See, with a huge population which India has, not easy to please everybody. So it is not necessary that it is accepted by everybody. You all know that. That's why it's all hard work has paved way to bring out a best possible constitution. So which is abiding all of us together, which is uniting all of us together. And we should be very proud that the constitution, which is already accepted in India, most of us, we are accepting it, but still there are few incidences which are happening, unconstitutional things which are happening. If we cut down all those things, probably India would be the better place to live all over the world. So with this, I would like to appreciate the organizers who have organized this program very beautifully. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak on this regard. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I would like to tell you all about a strong and inspiring woman who is our honorable guest today, Ms. Shravani Ramachandran ma'am, who is an inspiration to all of us present here. She is a very versatile lady. She has completed her MBA in Human Resources from Christ College, Bangalore. She is currently working with Infosys as a lead BPHR. She is also an amateur artist. She organizes an exhibition named Art from Heart to showcase the artwork of artists with disabilities. She is also a certified graphologist and she is learning harmonica. Even after going through a bad phase in her life in 2011, where she met with an accident which led to paraplegia, but still there has nothing that could stop her from shining and giving her best. She received many awards, including the Unsung Hero Award in March 2023 by Rotary Bangalore Abilities. Her parents, Mr. Ramchandra and Mrs. Lakshmi Devi, are also present here today between us. Give a round of applause to them. So now I would like to invite Ms. Shravani ma'am to address the gathering.
Hello all of you, and a very happy Republic Day to all of you present over here. It is a truly humbling experience for me to be here in front of all of you because this institution has had a very strong influence in me being where I am today. I will of course talk a little more about that, but today we are of course here to celebrate the adoption of the Constitution, but it also acts as a reminder of the responsibilities. The Constitution has, of course, given us our rights, but along with the rights also come the duties and the responsibilities that all of us ought to be taking. Right now, for all of you as students, you are states wherein the duties that you take, the responsibilities that you choose to take will have an influence on the shape of your journey going ahead, right? And it's very important that you kind of own up to the responsibilities, have a vision for yourself, because you are still that nascent stage, and having that clarity would be really helpful, right? So I would maybe just talk about a few key areas, right? Now, primarily the personal responsibilities, the professional responsibility, and also the societal responsibility with respect to my journey. I hope that's okay, sir. Sure. Okay. So, like it was mentioned, I met with an accident in 2011. I was getting back from office. I met with the accident, and I don't remember a thing about how I met with the accident. But it was a near fatal one. I was in the hospital for about 50 days. I had 9 to 10 fractures and a lot of cuts in the body. But the one that was going to change the very course of my life was the spinal cord injury. Now, honestly, up until then, I didn't know anything about spinal cord injury. I had only seen that movie of Hrithik Roshan. I think many of you would have seen it, called Guzarish, wherein he is paralyzed neck down. At that time, I thought it was cinematic liberty, but little did I know that I was going to experience all of that myself. Now, with an injury like spinal cord injury, life more or less comes to a standstill. I think you as students of medicine would realize the impact it would all, but of course it was a different journey for me back then. It was extremely challenging, but then I really had to kind of take it up, because I took it as a second opportunity that I was blessed with, because many of the doctors had given up on me. Right, like I said, it was a near fatal accident, and in and out of the ICU time and again. In fact, 4 out of 5 astrologers also thought, no, I'll be a goner. But the very fact that I've survived, it means that the Lord up there has some other plan. So I was just trying to capitalize on that. And so I, of course, wanted to take that onus of recovery. Right, I also wanted to survive in the current day's world. You need to kind of ensure that you stay up to date with the skills. I had to build on that skill set. I was working on all of that, but the body was very weak. That was the kind of the nature of the injury, and I couldn't sit even for 2 hours. Right, the first 1 year of my accident, all my body was all tubes. Right, so my sister had come to SDM, and at that time they said, with all the tubes, we can't be able to help her with the treatment. The minute all the tubes were taken off, the first thing we did was to come to the SDM hospital. And prior to that, I couldn't even sit for 2 hours on the wheelchair. Okay, but after coming over here, we stayed here for a month, and it really helped me. I was able to sit for a little longer. I was able to move around myself, and after multiple visits, I in fact regained mobility to a certain extent. I was also able to resume work. Right, in many ways, this institute has helped me regain some lost strength and some confidence. What it also did was give me a different perspective. Now, for me, my family, they gave me the best of all that they could. My parents and my sister, right now, they gave me the best in terms of the medicine, be it allopathic interventions or homeopathy or Ayurvedic treatments. They gave me the best of everything. But still, what happens is when we are given all these and luxuries, we take things for granted. We don't know how things are for the others. But it was when I came over here to SDM, I saw a few other people, people who didn't have access to a lot of these technological advancements. They could not really afford to go for these things, and the plight of these really put me to shame. I mean, here I am being bestowed with the best of best things by my family, and I was still cribbing, right? But then you see these kids, they're even put a single little step, and their parents are struggling so much to kind of give them the best that they could, and the doctors were of course doing their best to kind of give them a better life. That really changed my perspective, and what it did was it got me to be a lot more thankful. Now you would all agree with me that when you are grateful, the universe gives you so much more in abundance, and that is what has happened for me. So having a different perspective really changed, and that was a trigger to kind of change my very approach to life, the way I go about things. Right? so okay. I am not able to move around. I'm in a wheelchair. My arms are intact. My brain is more or less okay. So I'm able to go about life. So that was the approach that I took. But I also took up that responsibility to kind of ensure that I make good use of this opportunity that I was bestowed upon. I also took to art during my recovery days. She of course mentioned that I've been working on an art exhibition. But I took to art during my recovery days. Back in my school and college days, I used to sketch a little and paint a little, but my eventual MBA and the corporate life didn't really give me the time to pursue this hobby. But now I had all the world's time, right? Instead of sitting and being depressed, I kind of took to art and I started sketching. In fact, I still have a few sketches that I worked on in this campus in itself, right? Now I sat and I worked on many of the sketches. So I still have all of that, and I started getting better, right? I didn't want to just give up. I started getting better. I started working on different media. I started working on pastels and charcoal and oil painting. I just kept that as a continuous hobby, and I just kept working on it. I soon got better. I got the opportunity of displaying my artwork to the public. I participated in many exhibitions. I started painting live, and that in many ways helped me restore some confidence, and I suppose it helped me bring some color back into life as well. And so I would also want to say that of course there were a lot of challenges, but like they say, when you're down, you have two options: either stay down or get back up. Right? So I chose to get back up. It wasn't easy. And there were a lot of challenges, but then I chose to kind of rise above the challenges, and it is still an ongoing process, and I still have been working on it. But with the support of my family, I've somehow been able to sail through. Right? You too, as students, you would be having various challenges. Be it the pressure of studies or your career choices or maybe personal struggles. All I would say is please don't give up. Right? Ensure that you don't succumb to these challenges. Ensure that you rise above the challenges and look at the purpose that you have. Ensure that you have a vision for yourself, and ensure that you work on it ardently, because only that will take you really ahead. The key lesson over here is, you can achieve success only when you kind of really give it your best and continue to keep learning. So that is a little about my personal responsibility. I'd also maybe just quickly touch about the professional responsibility. All of you, once you finish, you will of course go on to be doctors, and I'm sure each of you will be great doctors. But it's important to know that it's not, responsibility is not just about doing the job on hand. It's about going the extra mile. How would you differentiate yourself from your peers? Right? You need to have that extra. Right? Ensure that you give it that extra bit. After I regained the strength over here, I started working. Right? But what I did was, I used to raise my hand. I was always an Entu cutlet in college also. I was like many of you, always raising my hand up for a lot of things. So I started participating in a lot of things. A few challenges were there, but it's all about working around those challenges. I started taking part in, projects which had a lot of significance. I was being proactive, and that really helped me. Right. So after my accident, I worked with companies like Altisource and Wipro and IBM for a good 10 years, and the last 2 years I have been working with Infosys as the lead BPHR. Now, along with my regular job over here, there is an option of choosing another track. So I chose something that I'm really passionate about, especially after my accident. It's the diversity, equity, and inclusion. All of you would be hearing these words. They are in many ways, the buzzwords in the corporate arena. Right? So I've been working on that. So what I do at Infosys is, along with my job, I work on engaging with and hiring people from the PWD community, the people with disabilities. So we kind of I work along with a group of people, primarily on engaging with the employees who are of this community, and also look to hire more people from the PWD community to kind of give them. They all come with a lot of skill sets, just about giving them the right opening. So I've been working on that. I also work on hiring of veterans of the armed forces, right? This is one of the organizations that's been doing a lot on that front. So we've also worked on hiring veterans from the armed forces. And we also have our support staff, right? We have our facilities, we have our security, our housekeeping. So what we also do is we work on the hiring of the economically weaker section. So we have the children of the support staff, and we primarily work on giving them the employment that I think all of them truly need. At that time, they really need that. After that, it's about how they progress. So I've been primarily working on that. Now, I've been taking part in seminars and workshops outside also to kind of get a better understanding of what is being done in the corporate arena by other companies and try to see how we can maybe inculcate some of those habits at Infosys to kind of make it a better place now. For what I've been doing, I won a few awards also, but it is a continuous process. For you people, once you start working, it's the mantra would be about being proactive, right? It's completely about being proactive. It's about staying focused and ensure that you never settle for the mediocre. Ensure that you give things your best. Maybe it's a little too soon because you will be getting there maybe in a couple of years. But just remember that you need to kind of give it the extra. And I'm sure all of you have that extra in you. It's just about the right platform. But let me just quickly also talk about the most defining responsibility. Right? She of course spoke about art from the heart. Now, as I got better at my art, I got the opportunity of displaying my work at many art exhibitions. There I got to meet a few other artists. Now, these are artists with Down syndrome. These are artists with neurological disorders. These are artists with speech and hearing impairment. Now, there is one particular artist who was visually impaired. Right? Can you imagine someone with visual impairment painting? But she has painting. Now, she is born blind. She doesn't know the color of the sky. She doesn't know the color of the trees. But she went for a workshop and there the tubes were braille embedded. So it says 2 drops of this will give you 1 drop of this. This is this color and this is the color of the leaves of the tree. She has no idea about the colors of the nature, but she actually took that up and she started painting. And this is a talent, an incredible talent that the world ought to know. So it is for her sake I started the exhibition, right? I joined the Rotary Bangalore Ability, the first of its kind club to have all members as differently able. I was only one with locomotor disability, all the others were people with visual impairment. Now, usually when you talk about people with disabilities, it is a sorry picture that there is, right? But these are people, all visually impaired, 15 or 17 of them. One was working with Deccan Herald as the editor. One of them was working with Canara Bank as a manager. One of them working with Kirloskar. Each of them, one of them, he plays the guitar and the keyboard so well. Each of them, they kind of made a mark for themselves in their respective vocation, but they had joined hands to kind of do something for the community. So I joined hands with them. Initially, I was a little skeptical. I was like, I have my set of friends, my family. Should I really go out and do something? But when I went over there, my perspective again changed. It's about we join hands to kind of sensitize the community. Right? Like I said, people usually have a very sympathetic outlook towards people with disabilities, but we wanted to show them wrong. We wanted to show that we have in us a lot of potential. We also can really bring about a change to the community. So we started sensitizing the community about disabilities. We started working on accessibility. Now, for you might just assume that every building will have a ramp, but that is not quite the case. Not all the buildings have ramp. All public spaces do not have ramps. So we started sensitizing the public about accessibility, and we started doing a lot. And there are a few people who are doing incredible jobs in this space, in the space of accessibility and inclusion. So we started rewarding all of them, and there it was just one hell of an experience, just meeting all of these amazing people, right? And the first time, like I said, I wanted to showcase the artwork of this particular lady, and soon I, of course, started along with my friends and family. I started Team Pragati, and via that, for the last 3-4 years, I've been organizing this exhibition. We call it Art from the Heart. Right, so like this exhibition is an exclusive exhibition, the first of its kind, to showcase the artwork of all artists with various disabilities. Like I said, all people from across the country, right, have been coming to display their work. We started off small. We had about 20 artists displaying their work. Soon we kind of grew. I've been putting in all the efforts needed to kind of give it the visibility that it truly deserves. Now I don't take a cut. Right now I kind of it's me and my friends who kind of sponsor the entire event. We don't take any commission from the artists. We're just kind of working on making this a bigger and a better platform for them. We started with 20 artists, but last year we had about 45 artists from across the country, artists from Pune, Mumbai, Coimbatore, Kerala. We have artists who paint with their feet, who paint with their mouth, who paint without opening their eyes. So this is an incredible talent, and we've just been trying to make it a bigger and a better platform. And now events like this, there are a lot of events happening in Bangalore. It's a bigger city and a lot of things keep happening. But we want to, of course, give it the visibility that the nature of it really deserves. So I've been reaching out to people. We had the Mysore Maharaja, Captain Gopinath from Air Deccan. We had Raja Ravi Verma's great granddaughter Radhika Hormuzji, an artist herself. We have speed artist Vilas Nayak. We have these artists, these people come and talk in our exhibitions, which kind of also gives us a little bit of visibility because the artists can definitely do with that. So we've just been primarily working on that, and in the last 4 years, I think we've easily displayed the works of 50 plus artists, and we've had some 300 plus artworks sold, and we're just looking at making it, looking at different arenas. Recently, we also started, displaying the artworks in one of the popular malls, and we want to, of course, increase that. Basically, make it a better platform and showcase the ability, right, and not just look at the disability of these people. And that is my purpose, right, and that is what I'm working on, especially after my accident. Before my accident, maybe I was like many of you, maybe perhaps lacking, maybe we're studying, having this education of course going on, but maybe we're perhaps lacking in that clarity, right, having that vision, having that purpose is what is really needed. Maybe I was perhaps lacking that, but after my accident, I have that, and I'm primarily working on that. And you as students, I think you have that immense potential to kind of really do something to the community. It can be small acts, be it volunteering or mentoring. Every small act of kindness will really matter. And so please take it up and own up that responsibility. And the key lesson over here is, it's not about what you achieve, it's about how you uplift others along the way. So I'm of course not going to end it over here, but I just want to say that there will of course be a lot of challenges. It's not going to be a smooth sailing for all of you over here. Let's hope it is smooth, but just be ready that it's not going to be that way. But ensure that you rise above the challenges. Take that responsibility for yourself, right? And it's not just about academics. It's not just about your career. It's also about making a difference to the society in which we are all functioning in. So ensure that you give it that extra. Please give it. Take that responsibility and ensure that you make a difference. And I would just want to wish all of you the very best as you own your journeys of becoming wonderful doctors. And thank you for having me over here, and wishing you all a very happy birthday.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring and motivating words. Now I would like to call Mr. Murlidhar Poojar sir, Medical Superintendent of SDM Hassan, to give the presidential speech. Welcome you, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಈ ಒಂದು 76ನೇ ಭಾರತ ಗಣತಂತ್ರ ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಶ್ರಾವಣಿ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಅವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ ಪಾಲಕರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಅವರೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಪ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಪಕರುಗಳೇ, ವಿವಿಧ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳ ಡೀನ್ಗಳೇ, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳೇ, ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಾದ್ಯಂತ 76ನೇ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸುವ ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಹಲವಾರು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಧ್ವಜಾರೋಹಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರೇಡ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಪ್ರಜೆಯು ತನ್ನ ಹಕ್ಕು ಮತ್ತು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಅರಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಇದು. ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ವಿಧಿಗಳಿದಾವೆ, ಅನೇಕ ಕಲಂಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ಅವು ಎಲ್ಲವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಪಾಲನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಹಿತ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂತಹ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಕಾರಗಳ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ 11 ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತಹ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಧ್ವಜ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗೀತೆಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಕೊಡೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದು, ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರ ಹಿತಾಸಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು, ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಕಾಳಜಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪರಿಸರ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಿನ ಜಾಗಗಳನ್ನ, ಅವುಗಳ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡುವುದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾದಂತಹ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹಿತ ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಾಂಗ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯವೈಖರಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಕಾರ್ಯವೈಖರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ತರಹದಂತಹ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗೆ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಕ್ಕು ಮತ್ತು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನು, ಕೇವಲ ಹಕ್ಕಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಜನರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವೋ ಆವಾಗ ಹಕ್ಕಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರಹದ ಒಂದು ಗೌರವ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಒಂದು 76ನೇ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ದಿನಾಚರಣೆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಏನಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬದ್ಧರಾಗಬೇಕು. ಅನೇಕ ಬಾರಿ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಅನುಭವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸೋದು, ಈ ತರಹದ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯದಿಂದ ದೂರ ಹೋಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ನಿಭಾಯಿಸೋದು ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಶ್ರಾವಣಿ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅನೇಕ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತಹ ಅನೇಕ ಘಟನೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ನೆನಪುಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮೆಲುಕು ಹಾಕಿ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ನೆರವೇರಿಸಿದರು. ನಿಜವಾಗಿಯೂ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನಲ್ speech or talk for all of us, including our students also. Madam, we are highly indebted for your experiences. So ಆ ರೀತಿ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೆನೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಮರೆತೇನೆ ಅನೇಕ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಆ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳತ್ತ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕನ್ನಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ, ಒಂದು ನಿದರ್ಶನ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಾಕಾಂಕ್ಷಿ ಶ್ರಾವಣಿ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಅವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವವನ್ನ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಿಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತಹ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಆಯೋಜಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಸುಣಗಾರ್ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ತುಂಬ ಶಿಸ್ತಿನಿಂದ ರೂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಂಡಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ವರ್ಗದವರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷೀಯ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Thank you, Dr. Muralidhar Prasad sir. As we come to the end of today's event, I would like to add that we should always remember the people who give their all in order to give us this privilege of having the sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic nation. To conclude today's events, I would like to call Ms. Neha, second year junior, for delivering the vote of thanks.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಶುಭೋದಯ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸ್ನೇಹ ಎಸ್ ಅಂಗಡಿ, 2ನೇ ವರ್ಷದ UG ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ. ಶ್ರೀಮಾನ್ಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ, ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳೇ, ನನ್ನ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಗುರುಗಳೇ ಹಾಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರೇ, 76ನೇ ಗಣರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ವಂದನಾರ್ಪಣೆಗೂ ಮುನ್ನ ನನ್ನದೊಂದು ಸಾಲು ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಎಂಬ ಲೇಖನದ ಮೇಲೆ. ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ತುಂಗಭದ್ರಾ, ನರ್ಮದಾ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಪುತ್ರ, ಕಾವೇರಿ, ಗೋದಾವರಿ, ಗಂಗಾ, ಯಮುನಾ ನದಿಗಳು ಹರಿಯುವ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ದ್ವೀಪಗಳು ಪೂರ್ವ ಪಶ್ಚಿಮ ಘಟ್ಟಗಳು, ನೀಲಗಿರಿ, ಅರವಳಿ, ಉತ್ತರಗಳು, ಕದಂಬರು, ವಿಜಯನಗರ ಅರಸರು ಆಳಿದ ಅಖಂಡ ಭಾರತ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಭಗತ್ ಸಿಂಗ್, ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಆಜಾದ್, ಸುಭಾಷ್ ಚಂದ್ರ ಬೋಸ್, ರಾಣಿ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಬಾಯಿ, ವನಕೆ ಓಬವ್ವಳಂತ ವೀರರು ಹೋರಾಡಿದ ನೆಲೆ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಭಾರತದ ವಾಸ್ತುಶೈಲಿಯು ಇತಿಹಾಸ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಧರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ಬೇರುಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದ ದ್ರಾವಿಡ ಶೈಲಿ, ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದ ನಾಗರ ಶೈಲಿ, ಕಂಸಾಳೆ, ಡೊಳ್ಳು ಕುಣಿತ, ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯ, ಮಣಿಪುರಿ, ನಾಟಕ ಮುಂತಾದ ಕಲೆಗಳನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ತವರೂರಾಗಿ ಹೊಂದಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಪುತ್ರರು ಎದ್ದು ವಾಸ ಮಾಡುವ ಭೂಭಾಗ ಎಂದೇ ಖ್ಯಾತಿಯಾದ ದೇಶ ನಮ್ಮದು. ಸೊನ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಪರಿಚಯಿಸಿದವರು, ಮೊದಲ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದವರು, ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಆಯುರ್ವೇದ ಮತ್ತು ಯೋಗದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮೂಡಿಸಿದವರು, ಚಂದ್ರನ ಅಂಗಳವನ್ನು ತಲುಪಿದವರು, ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿ ಎಂಬ ಕರೆಯ ನೀಡಿ ವಿಶ್ವದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಗಮನ ಸೆಳೆದು ವಿಶ್ವಗುರು ಎಂದೇ ಖ್ಯಾತಿಯಾದವರೇ ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು. ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು. ಮನೆಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೆಂಡತಿ ತಾಯಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸೈನಿಕರೇ ಅಮರರು. ಜಾತಿ ಮತಗಳ ಭೇದ ಭಾವವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಬದುಕುತ್ತಿರುವೆವು. ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ಏಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟವರು. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದೇ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು, ನಾವು ಭಾರತೀಯರು. ಉದಯಿಸಿದ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಮುಳುಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾದರೆ ಅದು ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಳ್ಳಲೇಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಇಂದು ನಾನು ವಂದನಾರ್ಪಣೆ ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಇಂದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರಾವಣಿ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಮೇಡಂ ಇವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿದಂತ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಮೇಡಂ ಇವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ಎನ್ ನರಸಿಂಹರಾವ್ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶೈಲಜಾ ಯು ಉಪ್ಪಿನಕುದುರೆ ಮೇಡಂ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಸೂಪ್ರಿಟೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮುರಳೀಧರ್ ಪೂಜಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಇವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಪಿಜಿ ಡೀನ್ ಆದಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಎಲ್ ಹೆಗಡೆ ಸರ್ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಡೀನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಆದಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಭಟ್ ಮೇಡಂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಡೀನ್ ಆಫ್ PhD ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಆದಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ತ್ರಿಪಾಠಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ನಮನಗಳು. NSS ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆದಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಲೋಹಿತ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ನಮನಗಳು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೀರ್ತನ ಮೇಡಂ ಮತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ನಮನಗಳು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗಣೇಶ್ ಸರ್ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೀನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಲ್ಫೇರ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಮತ್ತು ಇಂದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬಿಂದುವಾದಂತಹ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ವಂದನಾರ್ಪಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ವಂದೇ ಮಾತರಂ.
Thank you, Ms. Neha, for vote of thanks. Thank you, everyone, for your precious time to be here. Please be here for seat distribution.